Quickly add WD-40 to get these bolt nuts loose. Add WD-40 here as well. This exhaust pipe needs to come off. This will allow you to remove and replace the motor oil pan and its gasket. Use a 14mm socket and extension and a ratchet to remove these bolt nuts. Do the same for the other side. I used a 13mm socket here. This bottom exhaust pipe has 2 bolt nuts here as well. Drain the motor oil into an oil drain pan. Remove this transmission support bracket. I used a 12 and 14mm socket. To remove the oil pan, I used a 10mm socket. And my best friend stopped by to say hi. I was not sure if I needed to take this part off, so I bent it a little bit away from the oil pan. It looks like you need to remove another part off to remove this part off. I did not want to work a lot to remove this part. So the only thing I did was bend this part away from the oil pan. When I bent this part away from the oil pan, everything was okay. I removed this flywheel dust cover. This allowed me to remove 2 bolt nuts from the oil pan. This is how the flywheel looked once I took the cover off. It looks in good condition. This is how the oil pan looked once I took it off. This is how the crankshaft and parts under the motor looked. It looks okay for the age of the car. I started to clean the surface where the gasket sits. I made sure the surface was clean. I will leave a link to buy the gasket and oil pan in the description. If you like this video so far, do not forget to give it a like. Comment what you think and subscribe to be a subscriber. The problem you might come across is oil leaking from the gasket. I bought and installed the gasket with an aluminum support in it. I did not like the regular gasket with only the rubber material in it. When I installed the regular gasket, it leaked motor oil. Maybe because I did not add a lot of silicone. Or possibly the torque spec on the oil pan bolts along with more silicone. I think it's better to use more silicone and a better silicone than this. I'll show you why it's better to add more silicone. I'll leave a link in the description to buy a better silicone. Once I added silicone, I placed the gasket on top. After installing the oil pan and gasket, I noticed a little bit of oil leak. I was not sure if it was from the rear main seal or the oil pan gasket. The rest of the oil pan gasket looked good on this side. On this side, there was no major oil leak other than this leak on the nut here. This is why I think it would have been good to add a little bit more silicone. I added a little bit more silicone here just in case it was leaking more. I also noticed a little bit of oil leak on the oil filter, so I added some here. I also added a little extra silicone on here as well. Then I noticed days later more oil leak. Then I came to the conclusion it will be the rear main seal.